YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy AyeDeon back here with another video. And I told y'all before I was probably going to stop doing these videos and stuff like that. But, after the last 2K video I made, as far as the 7-4 stoppers, we did have an update. It did patch, getting some buffs into contests against some taller defenders if you're a little bit shorter. Now, we've been told, the 6'11s had the best chance of getting contests. Like, you were able to make a 6'11, be able to get a challenger on your build, being able to max plus 2 that up to I believe gold or legend. I'll go to Hall of Fame. I can't remember how exactly I made it on that last video. If y'all haven't seen it, make sure you go check that out, which also if you haven't done so, make sure to like, subscribe on this video too. I try to make as many videos as I can, whether it's 2K, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever the case may be. I got y'all. This one here is my 6'10. At the end of that last video that I made, I told you I think I found something a little bit better than what I had previously in that video. So I'm gonna show y'all my new 6'10, fully as Joe knows and them call it, the optimized 6'10 build that I'm gonna drop for y'all, man. It's called a 2-way 3-point high flying crasher. Crazy ass name, but I'm gonna show y'all the attributes. I'm gonna show y'all where I put the cap breakers. I'm gonna show y'all the animations I got so far and all that good stuff, man. So y'all can do it as y'all please, even if I use it as a template. But the way I made this, bro, it's so much better than what I had in my previous 6'10 build. This is probably the most fun I've had playing 2K because I can play defense, I can guard in the paint, I can, step on the perimeter against certain players. I'm not gonna say I'm out here being a lock. It's not gonna happen. But I can play lanes, I can get contacts, I can shoot the ball well. Leaving the rec, we're shooting over 70% right now in the rec. I haven't been able to use it really anywhere else yet, so it's been my main go-to. Y'all see it's bronze, but if y'all know the method, y'all know the method, and I'm gonna leave it there. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't, I might hook y'all up with the method. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right on into the badges first. I'm gonna show you the badges first and what I've done. We are using the defensive specialization. I'm on the very last one, 1200 of 1500 right now. Trying to get this thing done so I can get this extra max plus 2 to defense. Once I do, boy, oh boy. All right. So here's what we got so far. So we got goal set shot is on our max plus 1. You can always max plus 2 it if you want. Make that half instead of doing interceptor, which I told on half. And then as far as our removal, we have it on silver. Now, this could change at any point in time, but I like doing it this way because I can have my challenger here as my max plus 2. What may changes, we'll probably get rid of this and put this down here once I unlock it. Or we'll leave that there and then we'll move the immovable down here. And then we'll probably change this to like ankle assassin to get some extra, ankle breakers on some of the moves we've been doing. You can always get legend aerial wizard. You put it on glove to make it silver. You put up your handles for days. Your high fly denier can be legend. But I would probably do here, I didn't even think about it, I can always put lightning launch on one of these as well too. Make it a little bit faster. We already have post lockdown. We have shifty shooter. As you can tell, we've already put it as a max plus 1, so we can still shoot some fades, get it into silver. There's a couple of different options there. Again, we toss interceptor on here, so we have half interceptor and half challenger, which goes against the 7-4s. Now, 7-4s can still shoot over you. If you're not playing well enough, if you're not playing tight enough, if you're not jumping at the right times, they can still hit shots on you. Now, last night we was playing, I was getting blocks on these 7-4s. I wish I would record some of this stuff or just clip it so I can see what I'm talking about. But I'll also say this, when it comes down to certain jump shots the 7-4s have, if they have the Jonathan Isaac, it's a little bit harder to contest. So you have to really time your jump. Because it's so high up in release height, the arc of it is different. Whereas some decide they want to use Michael Porter Jr., you're swatting that shit every time. Michael Porter Jr., as great as the grades are, please stop chasing the grades. If you can shoot something with a better release height that's also fast, as far as being a 7-4 any type of build, it's a lot better to have. I'll also show you my jump shot. My jump shot isn't like super crazy, but y'all are gonna probably be like, what the hell? Why do you have that as your base? Shit's cash. I'm being straight up with y'all, man. So moving on, we used max plus 1 on posterize to get it to half. I did use this on max plus 2 to legend, but I'll say this, when it comes down to even with these type of builds, like it's not like you're getting blurred. Like your green window, I've noticed disappears a lot depending on where you're trying to get your dunks from. So if there's somebody in the paint that has a high paint patroller and they're within a certain distance ahead of the rim, that green window is probably going to drop a lot. But if they're directly under it, under the basket, and you're going up for a dunk, 9 out of 10 they probably won't affect you as nearly as much as they would hope to. So you have to pick and choose the right times to use your right stick. Or if you know your timing well enough and that little to no green window still don't affect you, hey, you a GOAT, whatever. But I went ahead and dropped this back down to half instead. Felt it was better suit for me. Shifty shooter, I just put that at the silver. You know, shifty shooter is broken with these midi fades that everybody takes. So if you would want to do this, you could always take this down, put this down here once you know you get your max +2, and then toss this on over here, make it gold shifty shooter, have you on those midi fades even better. For clutch sheen, I tossed on rebound chase and off ball pass. So this is when you're down within a certain amount of points. If it's, you know, in the quarters, in the game, stuff like that, that's how that works. So even without being able to have this all the time because of the method, if y'all know, I'm still able to snag a lot of time. Like I'm getting close to a double-double almost every game, helping out with my centers. If I'm, you know, playing, you know, random rec as solo, I'm getting relatively equal amount to the same amount or whatever boards against with and against centers. So it helps out a lot as far as like being able to, you know, box out, helping on the rebounds. You still get silver break start on this build. You can always max +1 or 2 it, however you decide to do it. So it really just depends on how you see fit to use it. And then for the first max +1 I'm using is for paint patroller to make this Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame paint patroller has been relatively helpful. I think if you're a 6'10 and above, you know, that half to legend is definitely where you want to be at. I feel like it's definitely a lot better suited for the style of being somewhat like a back end, which is what I mainly use this for. I like using it as a back end because I'm taller. I'm still somewhat quick enough to be able to get to spots to where I can try to stop shit. If a guard tries to shoot, I have a better chance of blocking it because I'm taller. So it helps out a lot in different situations. And of course, if you're just playing a small forward, there's going to be a lot of small forwards that might test you, that run the point because their point guard for some odd reason can't do anything but hide behind the screen, and the small forward decides they want to try and regulate, think they're Joe knows and they're really not. So there's going to be ones that test you. Sometimes they'll do well, sometimes they won't. It really depends on your stick skill. At the end of the day, if you can beat your opponent to the spot, especially in a one-on-one situation, they're going to test you. But if you're playing it smart enough to where this whole, a lot of them just go side to side and dribble, try to lull you to sleep, and then they'll try to shoot it, or they'll lull you to sleep, then try to drive by you, and as soon as you make that first move to cut them off, they do a step back to try to get back to where they were and try to shoot over you. A lot of the time, if you time it right, you'll get a block, or you'll at least get anywhere between a 25 to 45% contest, even when you're jumping, because you're 6'10 and you have that high challenger as well. And like I said, I think that max +2 will probably end up adding, because it's defense, could just be the immovable and make that gold, is what I'm thinking about doing. Or you can even make, literally, you make your pick dodger at Hall of Fame on a 6'10. Like, it just seems crazy, but there's so many different options that you have to make this build so much more suitable for what you're wanting to do, that I feel like you can't do anything wrong as far as making this build. Now, as far as the attributes, as y'all can see, just looking at the top is how we made the build. 73, 70, 87 driving dunk, 72 standing, 54 post, 83 midi, 65 3. Cat breakers are going to be important here, which, because as you can see, it went up to an 80. 83 free throw, 75 pass sack, 75 ball handle, speed with ball, 84 interior, 83 perimeter, 73 steal, 93 block, 85 O board, 70 D board, 82 speed, 78 agility, 72 strength, and 83 vertical. Now, there's reasons behind all this, right? So the 72 strength allows us to have the immovable and all that good jazz, because of course box out beast has nothing to do with your strength now. So this just allows me to get brick wall to bronze, and this also allows me, like I said, let me go ahead and let y'all know I'm not bullshitting. That ties into the brick wall that's on the build. And to me, that seems like the much better option to have. So if you need to set up screen, it doesn't have to be something crazy, just enough to kind of get them off kilter, and then you only need a 71 to get it movable. That's how I go about it. Because so of course you only have a movable at bronze. I'm max plus one to get it to silver. That's how that works. Now, when it comes down to the drive and dunk, 87 is just get the basic silver posterizer and a couple of contact animations, nothing crazy. But we used cap breakers on this to get it to a 96. So we have literally the two-handed elite contact or 2-foot elite contact dunks, 72 standing enough to get rise up. We can actually use cap breakers on this. I believe it's 2 to 3 cap breakers. I'm gonna show you in a second to get it to an 81. I think it goes to 82 off the cap breakers to get silver rise up. And you can always max plus 1 or 2 that to get silver, to get gold or Hall of Fame rise up. So you'd be even crazier as far as like getting back up, getting contact standing dunks and stuff like that too. So you'll be able to equip contact standing dunks as well. So it's crazy. 83 MIDI. This also allows us to get, you know, certain things like shifty shooter, like I've said. You're also getting set shot specialist. Set shot specialist with this in particular build goes up to silver. We max plus 1 net to get it to gold. You can always max plus 2 to get it off. I will tell you, on my 6.6 lock that I have the ability to get legend set shot because we have an 89 MIDI on that build. And if y'all want that, let me know. I got y'all. That build in particular, legend set shot is broken. So any type of being able to have set shot specialists, if you're missing on anything Hoff or legend, is crazy. I'm able to do a good amount on just gold. That max plus 1 to gold definitely helps out a lot. It opens up the green window a lot better on stand still shots, especially if you're sitting corner, if you pop up on the wing. Any shot that you don't move is where literally set shot kicks in. As long as you don't move, it's set shot. If you're dribbling, and you crab somebody and you sitting still, it's set shot. So you're getting a boost to your jump shot every single time, no matter what. Anyways, 65 3-point, which allowed us to open up more room to be able to get a little bit of these extra attributes, which allowed the drive and dunk, which allowed the higher interior and blocking rating, and also allowed us to get a higher vertical. The one I made previously only had a 77 vertical to start out. I think we max plus 3 to get the vertical to 80. This one in particular starts at 83 just straight up. That allows us to get pogo and high find and narrow both at Hall of Fame. 75 pass act gives us the silver break starter. 75 ball handle allows us to get ankle assassin. You also get some good ass animations being a 6'10 with a 75 ball handle. I'm still learning a couple of different like animations as far as that goes. So if y'all know some good animations for a 6'10 being able to move with a 75 ball handle, let me know. I'm trying to use them and check them out my damn self. 68 speed ball gives us the bronze lightning launch. You can always max plus 1 or 2 that to silver or gold. Be able to really be moving. The interior defense, 84 is definitely a good spot to have it right now. Now, a 77 and a 93 block gets you the gold interior. We max plus 1 net, get it to Hall of Fame. That's how I felt was the better option as far as making sure that you can control the paint. It also allows you to make sure you have impulse lockdown as 74 interior. Also, the interior and perimeter tie both in the off-ball pass. So being able to have this right here allowed us to be able to have, you know, that higher threshold of off-ball pass for either option. And the ability to have this higher perimeter defense allowed us to get the pick dodger, allowed us to have challenger, allow us to have different batters that really help solidify where you're trying to dictate the offensive player. You're able to get bumpy. You're able to move people around. With the 73 steal, this allows you to make sure you get silver interceptor, which then you max plus 1 or plus 2. We plus 2 that got the Hall of Fame interceptor. I mean, 91 block was the start. We added the two defensive cap breakers, toss that on block, get us to 93, gives us the gold paint patroller. And then the 85 allows us to have gold box out beast. We only have a silver rebound chaser, but as I showed y'all, with the clutch gene makes it gold. You can always max put 1 or 2 that to gold or Hall of Fame. 82 speed, 70 agility. Now y'all think this probably ain't that fast. Like it don't seem really good, but that's why we went the minimum weight. which allows us to get the 82 speed on the 610. And with that, we also using this particular takeover Speedster. Speedster boosts speed and agility, or you can use Jet. Now, Speedster, you're getting a +8. So you're getting a 90 speed and an 86 agility on a 610. So defensively with the hydration take, you're able to get into lanes, you're able to keep reaching, you're able to keep jumping without losing any adrenaline. And that's the best part about it. So you can either do that. If you use Jet, this allows you to get 88 speed, 84 agility, and an 89 verticals. So if you end up having to jump straight up against a 7.4, that's even better contest on top of that. You're just not as fast as what Speedster is. I like using Speedster because I can get up and down the court faster. I can maneuver myself, you know, LTN to be able to stay in front of people a lot better on the 610. Really just depends on how you want to do it. Now, I made some random takeovers. I haven't actually had a chance to try it, but I did a midi speed with ball and block, so you're able to get a 90 mid-range, 75 speed with ball, and a 99 block. And then we also did 82 for ball handle, speed with ball, and block with sharp take to get 82 ball handle, 75 speed with ball, and a 99 block as well. So I haven't tried these yet, but I'm actually curious to actually see how they are. I might try some in random rec today once we get stream started, which, by the way, twitch.tv/AyeDeon. Make sure to come follow. If you've been enjoying this and y'all fucking with the build, man, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, let me know what y'all thinking, and let me know how y'all feel about the game so far and what builds y'all have made so far. Now, in the process of making the video, I messed up and I stopped recording and I ended, and I told you I was gonna give y'all a jump shot and stuff. So this is a little break in between what we talking about right now in the vid, but here's a jump shot for y'all, man. Drew Eubanks, David West, Baluba. Sounds crazy, Drew Eubanks, but the shot, bro. I use the right stick to shoot a lot of the time. I can use X to shoot on here as well. Full release speed, 30 David West, 70 Baluba. You see the grades on it, Thomas Billy, I don't really give a damn about, but all you need is an 82. So if you decide you want to change anything up with that mid-range, you want to drop it by one and maybe add something else into your build, hey, go for it. This is the way I would do it, though. Seems to me it's the most optimized. All right, let's get back to the video, baby. So back into where the cap breakers are. So I can see it finally. 5 cap breakers to drive and dunk. That gives us the 96. This a lot, again, opens up the elite off 2-foot contact dunks. 3-point, 65, use 3 cap burgers, boost it to an 80. 83 for the midi helps unlock the specific jump shot that I've been enjoying that's making me shoot well. Again, I'm gonna show y'all in just a second. And then for the bad specialization, we added 2 to block, which was our 2 defensive build specialization cap breakers that we had. Toss them on block, make that a 93, unlock your gold paint patroller. This to me is arguably the best 610 I've seen, and I've been enjoying the fuck out of this build, bro. Like, this has been where my fun is. The only time I probably will have a little bit of a struggle, like I said, is against certain players that the 6'8s that you may end up running into that actually know what the hell they doing. If you know what you're doing, you're pretty much good. Park wise, you can use this as a 3 if you need to. You can use this as a, you know, as the 2. Use it as a primary ball handler for all that matters. As long as you know what you're doing, you good. When it comes down to being able to use this in 5s, it's definitely a lot better suited, whether the 3 or the 4. Definitely don't want to have it as a 5 at any point in time. At that particular point, you're gonna deal with a lot of like the higher rebounding, 94 plus, you know, O board, D board rebounding. But this to me has been the most fun, man. I've really been enjoying this build, man. Hopefully, if y'all decide to make it, y'all will enjoy it too, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I got other builds, but this right here, I made a 6'8 back end. This one's fun. If you want to have some fun, you want to be able to dunk on people, you want to be able to shoot over those, all that, this is the one you want. Y'all want a different type of back end, y'all want that 6'N straight defense, go crazy, got you on that too. Just make sure to let me know in the comments down below if y'all want that. All right, but I appreciate y'all watching the video. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. Be sure to like it up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. More content on the way. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Peace.